I was like, can you front flip it? We've got a really cool unboxing today. This is coming from a company that I really respect and I've enjoyed for quite some time. And these are a couple knives and something else that I have wanted for a little while now. So, wow, they have changed the packaging on this company. That's pretty cool. This is brand new packaging. Usually they used to come in little clamshell boxes, but they've changed it up. Also picked up a shirt. Love to support companies with their merch. This is from, of course, Arcane Design Company, Arcane Design Crew. Very cool. Let's take a look at the back here. What do we got going on? Arcane Design Crew, man. Their designs are top notch. I don't know if the owner, Israel, I don't know if he does it all or if he kind of reaches outside and leverages other people's skills or talents, but so cool. The vibe of this company is just so cool. It's like a sci-fi horror theme type thing going on. And I am, oh, look at that. That is pretty cool. See what I mean? Look at that. I assume this slips open right here. So they still, cool. So they still use these cool clamshell cases that they've always used. Now they just added this cool slipcase cover with this filament over the top that's see-through. We've got information here. So this is the creature in this first one here. He signs it like upping the game. Cool stickers. These guys are awesome. Or actually he is. I think it's a one-man show. Let's take a look at this creature. I slept on this one, guys. I wanted it when it first came out, but I didn't jump on it. Here it is. The creature. Now you may be wondering where... Ooh, look at that Tanto blade. Where does that name come from? Feels so light. It's a lot lighter and slimmer than I was expecting. Where does that name come from? It comes from the movie, the horror movie, Creature from the Black Lagoon. And this milling pattern you can see right there, that's kind of supposed to resemble kind of gills, right? So this is supposed to be reminiscent of the creature from the Black Lagoon. You can see that right there etched, kind of that Black Lagoon creature head right there. What a wicked tip on this blade. 20 CV, I believe. We're running bearings. We've got the lock bar insert, and we've got Arcane Design's kind of telltale design thing going on here. These pivot surrounds is kind of what they're known for. That's one of the more striking features. That's kind of cool. You can see that pivot surround. I don't know if you can get in there. It's actually elevated from that lower surface, it looks like. Maybe, maybe not. It might just be an optical illusion, some shadows, things like that. Titanium pocket clip, titanium frame lock. I went with the blacked out version, fully murdered out. I don't have any Arcane knives, Arcane Design knives that are fully blacked out. And this is the first one that I've had that has thumb studs, which I thought was cool. I would actually prefer it if it was only thumb studs. Most of their stuff has a flipper, so I think they're good on the flippers. Would have been cool for this one to maybe not have a flipper, but I know a lot of guys prefer the option to do both. Let's do a size comparison with the Raja 3 because I have it here. Why not? It's almost exactly the same size. Let's do a paramilitary 2. Here's a paramilitary 2. A little bit bigger, but very similar in size. So kind of that sweet spot, that medium size that everybody seems to dig, where it's big enough to be a full-size substantial knife, but by no means is it ridiculous or overbuilt or crazy or anything like that. Pretty cool. It's almost got a PVD stonewash finish, which I like. You can see how it's kind of stonewashy. I like that. This PVD finish that they do is not the most robust, so it's kind of cool that it has a little bit of pre-worn on it so that as marks happen, it's not going to be as obvious. Once again, out of the park, really cool, large, medium-sized general purpose knife. I'll be doing a full review on this guy, and maybe I need to do like a Arcane Design collection video now. I've got enough of them. I've got a handful of these knives. I've got the Crypt, I've got the Crawler, I've got the Abyss, and then these two, I believe, are all I have. But still, pretty decent amount of knives. All right, let's get on to the next one. The next one is the one that I don't know if I want to say most excited about, but I've gone back and forth on this thing so many times. So many times. I've gone from, I've totally got to get in on this drop, I really need one of these, to I don't think I like it that much, to absolutely got to have it. Here it is. It's the Plexus. It is a collaboration with the late, great Elijah Isham. Rest in peace. He did a collaboration piece with Israel here at Arcane Designs, and this is it. This edition, though, has Magna Cut, which is really, really cool compared to the regular version, which I think originally was just the standard 20 CV, just like this creature here. This one's rocking that Magna Cut. Based on the numbers, it's a little bit soft, but not... ooh, that looks nice. Not too bad. So this is the configuration I went with. It was one of the hardest decisions of my life. No, it wasn't the hardest decisions of my life, but it was tricky. They had purple. And anybody that knows me knows I love purple. Purple is goated. Purple is awesome. But I don't know. This one, the bronze and the natural stonewash darkened tie with the satin. Ooh, just got me. And I got to say, seeing it in person, I made the right decision, right? Like, isn't this just fabulous? I mean, isn't this awesome? Now, this knife has a lot of crazy stuff going on. A lot of design features, very Elijah Isham, right? It's screaming Elijah's work. Not as crazy as some of his other ones, though. And I think maybe that's why I kind of like it more. It's very futuristic, very much looks like a spaceship sci-fi knife, right? If you were watching some sci-fi movie and they're on some distant planet wearing their gear and a guy has to cut himself loose from some alien creature that snagged him, this is the knife that would be handed to him to cut that alien creature. I gotta say, the action is really good. I was worried about the size of this flipper. It's on the smaller size. And when I saw people using this knife on like YouTube shorts and stuff, it kind of seemed like it wasn't flipping all that well. It seemed like people kind of struggled with it. Ooh, I was like, can you front flip it? Not really. I mean, kinda, because you got this nice jimping up at the front here. It's just not quite high enough to do it well. I love it when you find unintentional front flippers. Those are my favorite, right? When you find knives that you shouldn't front flip or wasn't designed to be front flipped, but you can make it work. Wow, I like it. What do you guys think? I think it's really cool. You can see the two logos here. Elijah's logo and then Arcane Design up at the top there. Beautiful work. I got to say, I was hesitant to get one of these, but I really like it. First impression, I really like it. This satin finish blade looks dope. Satin flats, but then you've got the belt sanded grinds. Whew, looking good. Hidden hardware on that pocket clip, titanium frame lock, obviously. You got the lock bar insert. I really like this stuff going on here. It's almost like you have to figure out what is even happening. Like with this front piece right here, what do we got going on here? For a minute, I almost thought it was just milled out of a solid piece here and then separately anodized. But no, it looks like look how it dovetails in there. How did they even do that? What's holding this on there? The pivot, maybe? Interesting. This is a cool one to take apart. I'm curious to see how some of these pieces are held together. Like this guy back here. What do we have going on there? You can see in here, maybe there's a seam. So this is a separate piece. It's not just a milled or a anodized portion of this frame here. It's a separate piece. And it looks like it's got screws back here. So it's held in with hidden screws here. So just cool stuff that you don't see that often, right? You don't see, and it's not for everybody, because I know some people are sitting there like, why would I get a knife where they created extra pieces and extra screws just for aesthetics? Like what a waste. But I don't know, man, this is pretty dope. I really like this. The bronze with the darkened tie looks really cool. Action is awesome. Size is perfect. I can't get in there. It's a flipper only for me. If you have smaller fingers, you might be able to get into that groove right there, but not me. Really cool. I got to say that I like the Plexus more than the creature. The creature, though, is a little bit more like, I don't know, a little more tactical. Kind of cool. They're different, right? Similar but different. Arcane Design, man, they've really honed in on design language. You can identify an Arcane Design knife right off the bat. Like, you can see it and you're like, that's an Arcane Design knife. And yet they're all different designs, right? So he's really good at doing that. He's good at having it look like an Arcane Design knife, but not look like he's cranking out just the same model, if that makes sense. They're all different, but the same. And that's what I like about him. I also like, like I mentioned before, I like sci-fi. I like horror. I like my knives to be designed. And Arcane does that in spades. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. Israel's an awesome dude too. Super nice. I had the chance to meet him at Blade Show West. Really cool, nice guy. Anytime I've dealt with him, just so cool. The quality, everything is just out of sight with those guys. But anyways, this wasn't supposed to be a shout out for Arcane Design, but I guess it is. I am not, by the way, I've not been given a discount or given anything for free. Every Arcane Design knife that I've purchased, I either purchased directly from Israel via his website or on the secondary market, pre-owned. Never gotten any kickbacks. But Israel, if you're watching this, hook me up. Send me some extra swag or something, man. That would be cool. Just kidding. All right, guys. Which one do you like more? Top or bottom? Do you like the Plexus or the creature more? Or could you not decide? Do you have to get both like I did? Let me know down below. Talk to you guys later.